ladies, gentlemen, welcome to Danfo Conversations. I almost forgot which show I was on. Yeah, the perils of the job, as they say. Yes, welcome to Danfo Conversations, the only show that goes jiggy jaga jiggy jaga jiggy. Yes, jiggy jaga. Somebody the other day, I don't know where I was at, and they said, "Oh, are you going to be going jiggy jaga jiggy jaga?" I'm like, "Oh my word." You listen to Danfo? I said, yes, religiously. So thank you to all our Danfo conversationers. I do love you all, and we are fearless. We do go jiggy jaga jiggy jaga jiggy. The best thing about our Danfo is we don't hit it, we don't jam anybody. We just do our own jelly, as it is. Yes. I don't know whether you saw the video of that there's a sort of public transport, not a sort, it is a public transport in what's it called now, in, I think it was in the east somewhere, and the guy has music, everything, and I think you can collect money by POS in his Danfo. It was just so cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. I connect with that a lot, and I'm sure we all do. Anyway, welcome. How are you? How is it going? Oh, my word. Whew, how hot is it outside? I ask you, how hot is it outside? Every year, I'm sure, is going to be the year that I melt. And then the rain comes so violently. I think, oh, my gosh, this is it. It's going to happen. The Atlantic Ocean is going to get vexed. You all know my wonderful Fermi. Yeah, I've told you about Fermi, my housekeeper. Yeah, she drives me crazy. I'm sure she can't tell me that I drive her crazy as well, but she drives me crazy more, I can assure you. Anyway, we have our relationship, and we've been together for 3.5 years now. I know it's curious, isn't it? How it is we've survived. A friend of mine has often threatened to put hidden cameras in my house, because she said our relationship should be a reality TV show. Anyway, so Fermi said to me the other day, and this is just gist for you guys, to let you know the kind of crazy conversations that happens in my house. Fermi said to me, Ma, because we do talk, I mean, like, I'll give a gist about what's going on in the country, because I wanted to be aware, and all this stuff. Anyway, I even showed her what's going on in Israel, and, educated her about Israel and Christianity and stuff. Anyway, so the other day she said to me, Ma, is it normal for it to rain every day? I said, well, we're in the raining season. If it likes, it can rain every day. If it likes, it can rain once a week, once a month, whatever. But yes, it is relatively normal for us now, because we've moved into the raining season early. I said, well, why do you ask? What a strange question. She said, oh, I'm laughing, that apparently she was told that when she was growing up, that when it rains every day is because Mami Water is having a birthday. I tell you, I fell in my chair. I was in tears. I laughed so much. She had to get me some water, because I was like, what? Mami Water is having a birthday. Is she serving jollof rice? I don't know, Dikai Kong. What? Are we invited? Is the rain her way of giving us part of the champagne? I don't even know. But where do these crazy stories come from? Who makes them up? Mami Water is having a birthday. I actually said to her, did we take a shrebi? Is it a milestone birthday? I don't know. I'd never heard of that before. Perhaps the rest of you have. I have never heard of it. But yeah, do call me and tell me which Mami Water stories, or to do with the raining season I'm talking about, that you've heard before growing up, etc., etc. But let's get to the news. So what are we going to be talking about today on a more serious note? You can call in on 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 or you can WhatsApp on 0809 597 5805. I've still got to confess to you. Honestly, I still forget those numbers. It's just desperately embarrassing. So is it that I'm as bad as our jam? That's what I want to talk about. The jam pupils. What do we call them? Those jam entries. 200. They scored, I think it was 1.5 that scored below 200. And I read something today that I would like to read to you, and I'd like you to call me. Let me read it to you. It's really quite jarring, actually. The I don't know whether the author wrote their name, but I will read it to you now, if I can just get to it. Right, here we are. It says the 2025 JAM results are here. A disaster. Over 1.5 million students scored below 200. That's 200 points, right? Yeah. So the author goes on to write, we all failed. Parents, you raised frauds, not children. You paid for centers to cheat WAEC. You cared more about bragging rights than bedtime stories. You taught your child to cut corners, not solve problems. Now JAM strips off the mask and they drown. What did you expect? You wanted shortcuts, not knowledge. Your child can't think, but they know how to cheat. Is this pride? Dear schools and teachers, you sold souls for profit school owners. You hired teachers who couldn't spell education. Classrooms became trading floors. Teachers, you leaked exams, whispered answers and called it help, quote unquote. You had one job, to build minds. Instead, you built liars. Your students can't write a sentence, but they know how to bypass integrity. Shame on you. Dear students, you chose easy over excellence. TikTok over textbooks, parties over past exams. You marked the bookworms, then prayed for miracles. You thought JAM would, quote unquote, sort itself. Now reality hits. Life doesn't forward answers in a WhatsApp group. You can afford to buy data and get iPhones, but can't buy the necessary textbooks and the seriousness needed for you to succeed. You gambled with your future. Wake up. To our government, you watched the fire burn. You underfunded schools until roofs caved in. You let unqualified teachers flood classrooms. You ignored quote-unquote miracle centers because palms were being greased. Where are the policies, the oversight, the urgency? You talk about tomorrow's leaders while strangling schools meant to shape them. This is our collective shame. Picture this, the author continues. 10 years from now, your child is the engineer who builds collapsing bridges, the doctor who kills patients, the leader who steals billions. Is this the future you want? We built this with parents who valued trophies over truth, schools that sold certificates, not character, students traded grit for gossip, and a government that looked away and failed to do their duties. It is nearly impossible for anyone who scored B's and A's in their O-level results without malpractice, outside help to score below 200 in JAM. Something is definitely wrong. Call me. What's wrong? 0201 277 0993 0201 465 7190. You can text me WhatsApp on 0809 597 5805. You can also add your comments and join the conversation on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM Lagos. We're on YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. You can see me. Have I got my lipstick on? I don't even remember. Okay, apparently I've got my lipstick on. So yes, I am wearing your red lipstick today. Your favorite red lipstick. Who failed? Who failed? How did we all fail? Who do we blame? Or do we all carry the burden on our heads? Do we all carry the shame and wear it like an identifier to signify and define our Nigerianness? Where do we go? How is it that 1.5 million students score below 200 points? I didn't do JAM. I mean, I didn't school here, as you know, but here's the thing, though. I have often thought, you know, the Nigeria sort of educational system was complicated, I thought, because I kind of UTME, you this, you that. So I don't want to bring that into it. But JAM is the equivalent of GCSEs, right? Mm-hmm. It is the equivalent of O-levels. In my days, it was O-levels. And how is it that 1.5 million students can't pass GCSE? What I would have liked, and this is the other thing they do abroad, is they I've got loads of text messages. Thank you for writing me on 0809-597-5805. Let me read that before I tell you what I was going to say. What did you say here? Let's see. We can't separate the problems of our poor academic performance, immorality, drugs, and substance abuse, etc. from each other. They are intertwined. Who's surprised about the poor mental ability of poor academic performance of the youth? Alarmingly, abuse of drugs and other dangerous substances, when it's obvious that a great number of people in the corridors of power are in one way or the other deeply involved in this. Ooh, that's a big accusation, but it's worth definitely exploring. Corruption, power mongering, greed, immorality, etc. have turned leadership, both in education sector and followership, upside down, with frustration causing a very misdirected society. The leadership is offering too little good example for the youth to take education seriously. Steve Ofere, my wonderful listener in Ijaniki, thank you so much for that. I do hear you, my brother. My name is Bumi. Good afternoon. Well, my name isn't that, so you might have to rewrite if you were meant to send that to me. Hello, Nigeria Info. Greetings to everyone at the studio. Well, yeah, don't be greeting. This is Danfo Conversations. So, as I was saying, I would have liked that 1.5 figure, at least. One of the things that I would like to see more of in this country, as we see, okay, let's talk. Apparently, you're calling. Hello.
Hello, my sister. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Sunday from Aureli.
Okay, Sunday. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I love this topic you brought this afternoon.
Okay.
I've been calling radio station for a while now, just to complain about it's too close to me. We call it Gaskia and Kadosu.
Mm-hmm.
And that school for the past time, those school make a lot of impact for big men in Nigeria. But now, what the teachers and the principal know is money, collecting money. It's a government school.
I'm listening, sir.
Come out to write exam.
Mm-hmm.
They ask students to pay 1,500, 3,000 naira to write exam.
And where is this school?
This school is at Badia, Orilegom, or Jorabadia.
Okay.
Is it called Kadosu or Gaskia? It's well-known school.
Okay. So
everything they do in that school now is money.
Wow.
Money. They will not teach children. I have 2 kids at that school.
And how are you
this
handling
money, they say they should be 1,500. Each one of them should be 1,500.
For what?
For report card, this thing.
For what? For report card.
For report to get report card is. Favor.
Please, my brother.
Was what? Okay, practical money, 1,500.
For what money?
Practical money for 1,500.
What's practical money? Practical to do what?
I just don't know.
Hey.
Anything I want to do for the students now to collect money. They don't government school to private. They are even water than private.
Wow. So let me ask you a question, though. What? Let me ask you a question, my brother. Here's the thing. Do they tell you what the result of the JAM, all the students from the school that entered JAM, do they tell you what the results was last year?
My daughter and my son just passed their result, which this what do you call it? This test, and what they do, they pass.
Okay.
They ask them because before they see their result, they should be 500. To collect their result.
Please say the name of this school slowly, I beg. Let everybody hear it. Gaskia.
One is Gaskia, one is Cardoso. Yes.
One is Cardoso. Wow.
Yeah, one is just one compound. There's different schools inside.
Okay, there's 2 schools. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that story with us. Thank you. And well done for calling them out. God bless you.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So here's the thing. I'm about to go to break, but I want to ask, because I don't know this, do they publish a yearly per school, how schools, because I know in Nigeria they do all this geopolitical, this many states, this many can we start having a school table? Is that possible? Perhaps that's the way forward. That's the way to go. I'll be right back after this break.
See you there. Sound Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Welcome back to your number 1 talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
It's okay. Let me explain. It's okay. Off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Talk that matters to you.
When you marry, you don't cheat.
The most common drug that damages the liver is paracetamol, what we call acetaminophen. People think that paracetamol is just paracetamol. I can take paracetamol. No.
Do you know I've been monitoring elections since 1999? Rigging of elections takes place not at the polling unit, but at the collation center.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. Right, like I said, we're talking JAM. I have some of you are calling, and I have some messages here. Let me read your message quickly. What have we got here? JAM is talking trash. My daughter faced difficulties with her computer. Midway into the exam, her computer stopped working. She called on the officials, and it took them time before they gave her another system. Then again, everyone's systems, after that you meant, everyone's system stopped working. After much back and forth, they rectified it, and 11 minutes to the end of the exam. No! They stopped everyone from writing. That they should ignore the time on the computer. Who is to blame for the poor performance now? The students, JAM, or the exam centers and the computer system? Gosh, Tony, I really would wish Tony, do please call. Tony from Ijesha. Do please call us on 020127709993 or 0201465719. See, that's why I love this show, and that's why I do radio, because you get the other perspective. There's 2 sides to a story. Heck, there's the government side, there's the student side, there's JAM, and then there's the parent side. And now we're getting the parent side. What have I got here? My name is Vera. Good afternoon, you are doing great. Well done. Most of the students are not serious. Do you know that I took my daughter to where she was to write JAM, and those who were carrying red hair and tinted hair on their head? No! We're not allowed to write, and after much begging and appeal, and I appealed to some of them, and some said nothing could make them cut their dreads because of JAM. Some left without writing it, while some barbed it. You need to see the way some of our students appeared on that day. Most of them were pressing phones. Okay, look here. Here's me, right? I'm on their side. You are not going to stop me. You're not going to change my hairstyle because I want to write jam. What's it got to do with you? What's that got to do with the exam? What's that got to do with the computer? What kind of nonsense is that? Whose business is it? Hello? I now need to post a video on my handle. It's a video of my son, just so you know that I don't do hypocrisy. Yes, I may be a contradiction, but I certainly try. I do my damnedest best not to do hypocrisy. You should see the thing. What's it called? The dreads on my son's head. I'm going to post it. He's just done an advert. I'll post it. You can hardly just about see his face. What is it with Nigerians and dreadlocks? What is it? What is it? What is it? Kilo day. Leave people to their hair. Kilo day. No, what's that got to do with that? Don't get me started on dreadlocks, because I tell you, that man in Niger State, I was ready to face him head on. Let's talk. Hello? Hello? Okay, we don't. All right, let me go back. So, yes, I hear you pressing phones and everything. That said, it was the rules in JAM this year. What? Oh, my God, Veronica, thank you so much. Or Vera, thank you so much for this. JAM has a rule about... You people, this show needs to be 4 hours today because Orishi is coming out of the woodworks. What? Sorry, call back. I'm just in shock. There's too much shock in me. Oh, yeah, let's talk. 1 minute. Everybody's calling and talk. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ahmed. I'm calling from Ikorodu, ma.
Okay, go ahead. 1 minute.
Yes, ma. The mother spoke about Gasika College, High School. Those schools were my secondary school when I was in school. That was back in 1999.
Okay.
It was very fantastic. So it's so saddening. It was the last time I went there for all this our student association. That was back in 2015. All student association, this thing. The school has been turned to upstairs, where we equipped. That was when Ambody was the governor. He turned the school around where he kept everything was there. But the last time I went there, I was like shedding tears when I saw the school, the state of the school. The government have truly abandoned that school.
Well, no, is it Sanwo-Olu took over after Ambody now? Call him out. Call him out. Don't be afraid.
That school was fantastic. The whole of Apapa is Apapa local government. It was a fantastic school. When you go to Ijora 7 up, there is nobody from that local government, no school in Lagos that doesn't know that place. That was a very fantastic school. In fact, it was very bad.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ma.
God bless you.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Right, let me read your messages. I have a lot of messages. You people are jam testing me. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be jam tested today. Where am I? I'm going to the next question. You want the number again, please? The number. Oh, to call. Okay. The number to call 0201 277 0993. The other line is 0201 465 7190. Thank you. Right, let me try and read. Pierre Joseph. Okay, Cecile, we got here right from the time we start putting square pegs in round holes. I'm right about that. They don't fit. Of course they would never fit. Last administration, the Minister of Education made a bold statement that he had no idea about the office he was in as a minister. Does that show a serious country? Secondly, you see students going to school at around 9 to 11 a.m. to do what exactly? And even catwalking, and you try talking to them, they snub you as if you don't even exist. This is sad. System mode people, let the right thing be done, ma. And every other things will follow suit. Quick recovery. That's Mrs. Oboli. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Oboli. Where am I? Okay, I've read Vera. Good afternoon, Sergey. The schools the man said about okay, you've just called, I think, my secondary school in 2002, and it was a fantastic school then, and it saddens me to hear such reports. The schools, our government, about the schools you meant. Our government have thoroughly destroyed our educational system. What a pity. That's Hamed from Ikorodu. Yes, indeed, it is a pity. But please, you see, if it was good under one governor, say their name. If it was bad under another governor, say their name. We need to stop negotiating now. Do you understand where I'm going, people? Let's stop negotiating. Sorry, all you people that are calling me. There's many messages coming in. Good afternoon, Cicero GK Radio Gods. Good TGIF. Thank you, TGIF, to you too. I have been silent on this issue of students' failures for JAM for some weeks now. Should we blame JAM for technical issues and arrangements? Should we blame students for lack of preparation and knowledge of computer-based tests? Is JAM about money making, exploiting, or education? We need a holistic investigation on this rate of failure, Sisioge. That's my dear, lovely listener, Yomi from Murio Kwanla. Okay, what have I got here? From a UK number. Okay, Abiola from Ireland. Hello, Abiola. Top of the morning to you. That's my rubbish Irish accent. Right, you're probably laughing. Anyway, here we go. Abiola says, when our rulers wish, they throw jabs at on the citizens for bad behavior. Why would anyone say that our children's failure was due to the fact that the questions are no more leaking? Is it every parent that look for such nonsense for their children? But if the citizens told them the truth, either at home or abroad, they call it democracy in the country. If the children failed, can't we sit and look at the effects from ability of parents struggling to feed their children, poor teaching methodology, computer facilities, poor educational facilities, indiscipline amongst teachers, parents and children, poor government policies, etc. Always attacking citizens for their laziness, ignorance, insensitive, incompetence and corruption. Useful idiots and pitiable messengers. Abiola from Ireland. I don't know who you're talking about. Is it that you saying that the government blamed? I haven't heard the government blame. I just heard that. Oh, apparently they have. Okay, let's talk. Hello.
Hello, Sisogo. Good afternoon. This will be calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead, it'll be 1 minute. The lines are going crazy.
Yeah, this is Jambo 13. At least I'm a bit confused, though. I don't know what they're talking about. The three results I've had today, the students that they did one fantastically well. One 248, the other one 256. I asked a question. Jam said,
are those your children? No. Are those your children you're talking about, or whose children?
No, my children, their friend.
Okay, they're friends. So they did very well, right?
They did very well because
please. Sorry to interrupt you.
They didn't tell us between 200 and 300. They didn't tell us. They said below, people that go below this thing is that
200. Yes.
And the issue here, why the result is 2 points, it is okay. Do you know what? Most of these children in rural areas, they don't know about computers. They don't even have phones, not to talk about having computers. That is why they fail. If you see the ones in township, they picking the part because they'll be using phone, using laptop, so they know their way. Good schools have that. Most schools in my village, how would they see computer? For example, those would have big jobs. It's not possible now. That's the problem, my sister. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. Short, sharp, succinct, and truth. In fact, very, very plausible. Yes, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Samuel is my name.
Oh, your line cut off, Samuel. So sorry. Hello. Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling
from? Tony. I was one that sent first message.
Oh, yes, Tony. Talk to us.
Yeah, so I took my daughter to the exam center. After the exam, she came out. She was not happy. I said, what's that? She said, her computer gave her problem. And she reported they didn't attend to her on time. When they finally came, gave her another system. She started again. Before I knew it, every system there went down.
Wow.
Had to start seeing things. They started again.
Wow.
They didn't allow them to finish. Said it was 11 minutes on her computer. But to get ready to stop, ignored the time on the computer. Said she felt like crying, all the time wasted. And this girl that she's the best in her class, primary, secondary. Now, such a kid fails. That is her fault. Like somebody thought before, all the true kids that know how to operate computer systems. So we shouldn't copy systems that we cannot.
So who supplies? Is that the center?
The center supply there. I think the JAMP pays them to use their center. I don't know how they do it.
Wow.
It's not government facility.
Okay.
They're not ready for all this. They should find a way to. This is what people go through.
Yes,
you go
indeed.
Abroad, you bring system to the country,
and then you don't train people how to use it.
Even the teachers, I don't think they know how to use computer. Or the vigilators, right?
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you for calling us. God bless you, my brother. God, this is maddening. This is maddening because, you see, here's the thing. Tony makes a very, very, very good point, and so did my previous caller, about this computerized system. Okay? You see, here's the thing. One of the things that I feel about our people, our teachers, aside of all the nonsense about collecting money for this and eating, I've even read one where teachers are eating students' food and everything. And look, I am pro teachers, so we can have a subject. We can actually have that discussion next week, if you want, where we talk about teachers' payments and the condition and their welfare. But outside of that, where, you know, I've read about teachers eating, there was a thread about teachers eating the kids, the students' food during lunch. I can't deal. But let me go back to what I was going to say. Here's what I find. I find that in Nigeria, those who are put in a position of authority tend to want to major in the minor. They care more about the very little things that are inconsequential, that actually don't make a whole load of difference. In fact, that's 7 out of 10 times are none of their business, like their hairstyle, right? So they focus more on that rather than actually pay attention to what Tony just told us, the computer. So you change a whole system and you turn into, you know, a computerized system and everything. Number one, how many classes do these children go to? How many computer lessons? Is it mandatory? Do they have computer labs in all the schools? Because you have to be using, in this day and age, you've got to be using computers from being a child, from like literally from the moment you come out of the womb and you're present, everything, all these things have to be familiar to you. So how familiar are those children? And my other listener also said it. He said in his village, it's true now. This 1.5 figure is an arbitrary figure. And I love you guys. I really, really love this show. I love this show. I love my Danfo Conversations because that's a factor. That's a factor that nobody has addressed, right? Fundamentally, that 1.5 is an arbitrary figure. What are the factors? Break that 1.5 down for us, Mr. Government, Mr. Jam, Mr. Somebody, whoever's the head of Jam now. I know he's not Ishak, what's his name? He's not there anymore. It's another one. Okay, break it down, right? Let us see, because I suspect my caller is my listener, my lovely listener that mentioned about the villages, is possibly correct. How familiar? So you can see the pattern. Tony has said it. My last listener said it. How familiar are these children with computers, and those in the rural areas that maybe they have, what is it? They call them pure water phones. You know. No, but it's true. We laugh about these things, but they matter. They friggin' matter. Man, let me calm down. Oh, yeah, let's pick up. I'll answer your calls and read more messages. Thank you, people. Keep it coming. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Sister.
Good afternoon, sir. Turn off the radio, please.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Yes, this is the one of Odogbolu.
Oh, yes, is the one. Go ahead.
You see, that computer for WAEC is not going to work.
Why?
Made them cancel them because it no go work. My village now, electric pole never entered there. Talk less of a NEPA.
Lobaton, what a point! What a point! And yet you want them to use computer. Can you imagine?
And they want them. Well, they never even see phone self. This 3310, I see they use for that place. So how can now? So how they go to use and how they go to use the computer there? They know who go teach themselves when they go understand.
Honestly.
So let them go back and revise it. Maybe those
how long ago did they change it?
Let them do it this way now. Let me explain. You see, like a villages where there's no light, nothing like electricity there. Let them do on paper work. Then those who are in Lagos and other part of the country, they can use computer there if possible. It depends on how the environment is.
Yeah. I get you. Thank you so much. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Robert.
Okay, go ahead.
So when you talk about WAEC, is West Africa Examination Council something? It's not just a Lagos exam or where we like call.
Yeah.
It's Port Harcourt or Ibadan where you have a modern facility. There are some villages, as the last caller said, where there's no development at all.
Yeah.
And they go to school there and they will write this exam. And what the government can do is to introduce computer. Some students have not even seen computer in their life. It is true. And when you bring this law now and they eventually write the exam and there is math failure and you'll be jubilated that the wife of 2019 math people fail just like what happened this year. I don't know the way Nigerians are handling those who are at the helm of affairs.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. I love you guys. I really have to say a big thank you.
I don't know. Maybe they derive joy in people's failure.
No, I just think they don't read the room. I just think they are tone deaf. I just think they just don't care.
I think tell us that during their days they use computer to write their exam. Most of them question paper. They are just opportunity. That is the truth. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you too. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is James. Calling from Ikeja.
Hey, you want me to start singing? Oni bo she je. That's Orlando. Gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú o. Oni bo she je. Anyway, go ahead. Don't tell me I can't sing. I can sing in my dreams. Go ahead.
So they want to use computers for WAEC now. See, even if you watch people who work in offices, have you noticed that they don't really know how to type properly? To type properly, you need to type with all your 10 fingers and you need to look at the screen, not at the keyboard while you're typing. Most people don't even know how to properly. So, I
don't get it. How can they?
Typing. It's not like using QWERTY key now. They're using one finger to. Even that, they can't do it properly at speed. So, I'm not going to sit in front of.
It is important to sue. It is not. In fact, I get it, my brother. I get it. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello. Okay, let me read your message. Right, what have I got here? You've got keep your messages coming in. What have I got? Don't send me pictures. I can't do pictures, unfortunately. Sorry. Steve from... I have no idea. You're writing to the wrong person. Please write again because that is not my name. And neither do we sound alike. Right. Okay. Oh, God. This is Danfo Conversations. Zainab is laughing. She knows what has happened. This is Danfo Conversations. My name is Ireti Bakare-Yusuf. Or Sisi, okay, if you're nasty. No, I'm only joking. Or Sisi, or Ireti, or Miss Ireti. I do not have an English name. Do not call me by an English name. Right? And neither do I sound like the person that you all keep writing about. This is Danfo Conversations. I am the only one that goes jiki jaga jiki jaga jiki jaga jiki jaga jiki. And I do not aspire to be there where you guys keep taking me to. Okay? Right, that would be a backward step. So, sending your messages and I'll read it. Good afternoon, Sister Oge. My niece told me that JAM did not follow the syllabus as ascribed. Oh, I also do not trust this administration. The quest for money could lead to a deliberate attempt to mass failure. Ezekiel from Ijibo. I understand the first part, but the second part, I can't subscribe to it. I think one thing one can say is that this administration want to see themselves as being quote unquote the best at having solved Nigeria's problems, etc., etc. So it serves them no purpose. It does not fit into their hope thing, the new renewed hope and reform agenda, to actually deliberately attempt to mass failure. Nah, that doesn't work. I've heard of conspiracy theories. Heck, I've dealt with propaganda. Not that one. It's not gonna land. What have I got here? Sisi again, my friends have been trying to check their wards results since Wednesday. Egbami. On the short code, but all to no avail until this morning. Have they passed as well? They themselves are failure. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. Have I got, how long have I got? Okay, I've got less than a minute. If you pick up the phone, let's talk. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. You have 40 seconds. Good afternoon.
This is Market Woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, say when parents, governor, all of them don't fail, they will be blaming these innocent children. The time they want to do elections, they say we don't have network in most of the place. Why are they introducing this one now? Copy. They can't use their brain to do things. Let them not blame those children, no. Let them not blame them. Let them blame themselves.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Market Woman. We'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Live auditions for Fan Battle 4 are on Saturday, May the 10th from 10 a.m. at Nigeria Info Studios, 267A at Tim Ian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next.
It is an incontrovertible fact that the future of power is solar. It is becoming increasingly clear that solar is the way to go if reliable, clean, and uninterrupted power is our goal. Our homes need power, our offices need power, our public buildings need power, our lives and activities need power, and of course, I mean reliable power. Now, at the Solar World Electric Technology Limited, we have cut our teeth as professionals in the business of solar and renewable energy, ranging from inverters, lithium-ion batteries, solar panels, solar water heating systems, solar street lights, etc. You can visit our office at the Seco Mall, 5th Roundabout, Lekki Epe Expressway, Jakonde, Lagos, or our website on www.solarworldelectric.com, or you can call us on 0906 331 5492. Solar World Electric Technology Limited. We are redefining the limits.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Live auditions for Fan Battle 4 are on Saturday, May the 10th from 10 a.m. at Nigeria Info Studios, 267A at Tim Ian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Lagos 99.3 Nigeria Info. What's up, Lagos? What are we doing this afternoon? Yes, it's the sunny side. I know. Lagos, I've got gist for you, okay? There is money to be given away this afternoon, okay? On the sunny side, there's also money during Game On. And yes, if you need some of that money, all you have to do is dial a simple code *347 *880 *3 hash. Okay, *347 *880 *3 hash, or just go to the website www.oneplay.ng and play now. Okay, remember, once you've done that, you're in the draw. It's Jackpot Friday, 50,000 naira for one person on each of those shows, and there's money to be won tomorrow. Yes, there's also money on weekend. When of One Play. All right, Lagos, we're about to take a break. I'll come back and give you more just later.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
101.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to the news headlines this hour. Pope Leo celebrates his first mass as world leaders react to the election of the first American pontiff. Pope Leo XIV also urges the Catholic Church to become a beacon to illuminate dark nights and fight the growing lack of faith. While elder brother of Pope Leo XIV says he was pleasantly shocked upon hearing the announcement of his younger brother as the new head of the Catholic Church. President Tinubu also congratulates Pope Leo on his election as leader of the Catholic Church. Meanwhile, other world leaders, including President Trump, King Charles, and Emmanuel Macron, have hailed the historic moment for Catholics worldwide. Professor of World Christianity and African Studies, Professor Stan Chu Ilo, urges Christians to look beyond geography and focus on character, conviction, and fidelity to Christ's teachings with the election of the new Pope. Lagos State Government issues traffic advisory ahead of the APC primaries scheduled for Saturday, the 10th of May, announcing that the entire stretch of Acme Road will be blocked to vehicles during the event, while All Progressives Grand Alliance officially adopts President Bola Tinubu as its candidate for the 2027 presidential election. INEC reinstates Julius Abure as national chairman of the Labour Party on its official website. Senate President Godswill Akpabio advises Labour Party's Peter Obi to put his house in order before aspiring to national leadership. National Identity Management Commission launches new NIN authentication service called NIN Auth, designed to protect users from fraud and ensure accessibility for those without high-end smartphones or internet access. Federal government launches new national action plan aimed at ending violence against children in Nigeria. Federal High Court in Abuja dismisses multi-choices suits but ruled that the FCCPC cannot fix prices without presidential approval. Poultry Farmers Association of Nigeria raises concerns over declining egg sales, blaming economic hardship and low purchasing power. Independent marketers say Nigeria cannot ban fuel importation at this time due to the country's limited refining capacity. In sports, the Minnesota Timberwolves cruised to a 117-93 victory over the Golden State Warriors to level their NBA Western Conference semifinal at 1-1 on Thursday evening. And it will be an all-English final as Manchester United face Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final, while Real Betis reach their first ever European final, where they will meet Chelsea in the UEFA Conference League final. And that's all from the newsroom at this time. You are listening to Danfo Conversations with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And I am Yvonne Ohaifel. Thank you for your time.
Experience a better way to stay connected.
Listen, fellas and girls.
Download the Nigeria Info mobile app on iOS and Google Play Store. Join the conversation and stay connected. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. The conversation is just a click away. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Don't forget, I'm giving you this gist over and over again. So if you're a parent, a guardian, a teacher, please listen. It's back, it's bigger, it's better, and it's for the kids. It's Kids FM Festival 2.0. So get ready, get your families ready to have some fun. See, there's games, there's music, there's so much more. There is food. Oh, yes, I know that food is very important to kids. There's that as well. There's everything. So don't miss the fun, don't miss the vibe. When is it happening? 1st of June 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos, 12 noon sharp. Okay, if you missed it last year, you do not want to miss this second edition of the Kids FM Festival. Okay, bring your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dads, your aunts, your uncles. Let's all turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Okay, go now and register because it is free. It is free, Lagos. So go now, register at www.kidsfm.ng and let the countdown begin. Okay, that's www.kidsfm.ng. Go there, register now. Don't forget, save the date. Okay, Sunday 1st of June, Balmoral Convention Center. That's where. Time 12 p.m. It's a Kids FM Festival 2.0. It's going to be family fun. So come and let's play.
When it matters most, turn on your choice for the...
Yes, Lagos, still speaking in a festive mood. There's something happening and it's happening live. Lagos, it's time to turn up. If you love drinks and you love vibes, then yes, this is where you should be. The Drink Fest Lagos is here to set your vibes on fire. It's happening 2 incredible days, okay? That's May 30th and May 31st at the Landmark Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. Now, it's a drink showcase happening live. It's a celebration of drinks, Lagos culture, beautiful people, good vibes, just waiting for you. So, yes, when you get off this Danfo, make sure that you go and get your tickets, okay? It's a drink showcase like no other. Live entertainment, music, festive vibes. Plus, you get to meet the masters behind your favorite sips, okay? We have showcase from DJ Neptune, DJ KY's, Alternate Sounds, DJ Beast, and it's going to be hosted by the Energy God himself, Dio to the TUN, alongside Melody, not MIA. So do not miss the hottest event to kick off 2025. Go now, grab your crew, and get your tickets at tix.africa.com. That's tix.africa.com. All right, it's Drink Fest Lagos, and you can follow them on socials, okay? You can follow them on Instagram and X at DrinkFestLag on Instagram and X, and at Drinkfest Lagos on TikTok and Facebook. That's Drinkfest Lagos on TikTok and Facebook, and on Instagram and X is at Drinks Fest Lag on Instagram and X. Okay, it's for 18 and above, so come and enjoy responsibly. Remember, get your tickets now at trx.africa.org. It's Drink Fest Lagos, and it's organized by Drink Fest Lagos and Without a Box.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations. I just dropped Kemi off. We told her to jabo. She was taking up too much. What is it? She said people must eat. I said, but don't eat. Must I not drive? This Danfo is not. She was trying to make us to stop at the petrol station. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? We run by, what's that Tinubu's thing? COG, CCG. This Danfo is CCG. Yeah, that's the one. That one, Sha. Tinubu's petrol and low. Yes, right. So anyway, back to your question, your messages. Right, I've read that one. I don't want to miss out. Still can we call from No, you can't. Didn't you know Skype has closed down? Skype was bought by Windows, because even I have a Skype account with money, like an account proper. They wrote to me, I think it closed down. Is it the 30th of April, if I remember rightly? Or is it that it's closing on the 30th of May, something like that? But yeah, Skype no longer exists, actually. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It was bought by Microsoft a few years ago, and they've now migrated. They've done their full migration. So we will be providing you with a way for our diaspora listeners, because you mean a lot to us. We're not like the government. OT. Every one of your calls, every one of your comments matters to us. When is it? May 5th. That's when it closed down. There you go. May 5th. It was done. Skype is gone. And I grew up with Skype. Skype was my call before this one, before WhatsApp call, before all the Gensis and all Kemi and the people had their own. And Zainab and the people had their own. Skype is what I would use. I would stay. Don't get me started. So sorry, my love. Skype is no more. But we will announce, because it's a migration to Microsoft Teams, I think. So we will announce how you can use it to call the station in good time. Thank you, God. Please stay listening, though, because you know we are simply the best radio station in Nigeria and the best Danfo that goes jiggy jaga jiggy jaga jiggy. Right, I have a message here from Dublin in Ireland. Dear Madam, are we saying we can't make changes in our lives? This is how countries and individuals make progress. We just make progress. We just have to redefine the way we do it. Can we live an analog life all the rest of our existence? Haba, Uncle John. Uncle John, you ask a good question, but however, you are quite wrong. Your question is based on a very wrong premise, perhaps due to a misunderstanding of what I said and what my callers are saying. And so let me explain. What my callers are saying is, if you understand the context of Nigeria, this our Nigeria, not anybody else Nigeria, this our Nigeria today. This our Nigeria that's not still now, not able to go beyond 3,000 megawatts, and we're still talking about rural electrification that has not even spread. It hasn't gone beyond the frigging paperwork, right? So when you're talking in that context, so I often ask my diasporan people to bring your head back into Nigeria and put yourself in a position, which is what all my listeners are saying, put yourself into the position of a child that's living in a rural area. Okay, first of all, even if, let's even say somebody dashed them some sort of solar powered lamp or whatever, and they use that to read. The fact of the matter is, even in our cities, how many schools have computer labs? Let alone the schools in the rural areas. Now let's bring that back down. So the school in the rural area doesn't have a computer. The teacher there only heard of computers. Perhaps he or she has an Android phone. Perhaps he or she was given a computer by somebody, a cousin is somebody, some empowering something, right? However, the students do not, because quite possibly, more than likely, is that their parents do not use computers. So these are the same children. You've never taught them how to use a computer. They've never had a PC. And you're now expecting them to come and sit jam, right? You're asking them to do an exam on a computer. How? That's literally setting them up to fail, which is why I kind of agree with my guy, even though I don't agree with him that it's to do with the government. That's setting somebody up to fail. You don't give me the tools, the skill set, and you expect me to deliver. Deliver what? Can you plant plantain and find orange? No. That's what this is about, my Uncle John from Dublin. Let's talk. Somebody's calling. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, merchantman. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Well, I'm actually upset about this jam thing. I could be on this topic for 4 hours, but go ahead.
Yeah, I can feel the frustration on your tone.
Ben, you're totally frustrated.
The
yeah.
truth is, in as much as I cannot absorb the government of all the blames, I still want to throw some part of it to the students. But the truth is, reason every person is backing the government is as a result of the amenities, like the person that just texts you now from Dublin. You know,
Uncle John.
So Uncle John. He's using his environment now to.
Yes, he's projecting what is available to him where he is to Nigeria, and that's not the case.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say, whole blame, if I may not put it all government, but still the element of failure or the factor that has really hampered the development amongst the children still hinges on government, because you make people, just Uncle John takes from that place. When are we going to develop to reach to that point that somebody will begin to tell us that must we continue to in medieval age? But the truth is, the government has not provided the enabling environment to allow things like election and JAM exams to thrive effectively. The time I said I may not all the blame on the government is we have a clout-chasing generation. People, when we see the people in the neighborhood or the people we call the elite, who make the children to feel that it is of no value to go for serious education. When the certificate of people in power of some of our leaders are questionable, you will begin to see the laissez-faire and sluggish attitude on the side of the students. When students have been made to understand that even if you don't have a certificate, you have this uncle who will give you some money to buy a certificate.
I need you to wrap up, merchantman. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm close to it. After that, you will make your headway. So the whole system has been corrupted from the beginning, because the Holy Book said that if the foundation is destroyed, how can the righteous survive? Most of the times, because where I have my shop is very close on the road, you see some young people, when this particular topic made its debut discussed, it was on Joyce's show. And I choice that it's some young minds who, as at now, they were passing across.
I need you to wrap up. I literally need you to wrap up. We've done 3 minutes.
Some little young people coming to price iPhone 10, iPhone 11, iPhone. So we the kind of generation we have is the reason we see what the government, the reason it's all going the way it's going.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me read your message. Oh, okay. All right, let me answer your call. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Shola calling from Ogun State.
Okay, Shola. Yes, 1 minute, because I literally am running out of time now.
I think if the world is moving, we need to move with the world.
Correct.
The world is going to a digital age. We cannot still be using.
So what are you going to say to the child in the rural area, the school, permit me, the school that doesn't have a computer, the child who's never been taught on a computer? What then are you going to say? Do they not get to do? Hold on. Do they not get a chance? Do they not have the right to actually do the same exams and have the same opportunity to pass that exam?
All the students have a computer lab.
How can no, hold on, stop. How can you say that? How do you know that?
It's obvious. I mean,
it is not obvious. Why is it obvious? Obvious to whom? Are you the minister? Even the Minister of Education cannot say that. What has Bet Ninja got to do with it?
TikTok. They use the
What has
system as well to
TikTok
do
got
the
to do?
booking.
Can we please stop this? I'm sorry. I want you to stay online.
You're a journalist. You should be broad-minded.
What are you talking about? You are being narrow-minded, and you're quite frankly spewing complete and utter uninformed ignorance. First and foremost, listen to me. No, I can't do that because my people are talking about facts, and when we talk facts, stop bringing this subjectivity because it is a nonsense. No, hold on. There is nothing. You compare this to Bet Ninja, it is not the same thing. You compare it to TikTok, it is not the same thing. I am talking about a classroom, a school in the rural area, like all my other listeners have been talking about, where they neither have electricity. Okay, you give them electricity. You now don't even provide a computer, and you say that every school has a computer. Every school in Lagos doesn't even have a computer. What you talking about, Willis?
But they have teachers in the school, right?
So go and buy them a computer. Why don't you distribute?
Has anybody from the rural area called that they don't have a computer?
They have.
No, I'm asking.
They've just answered you. Did you hear the whole studio go, ah?
It's obvious. You don't want to.
No. There is not. What is obvious is, my brother, you are woefully uninformed, and you are speaking like somebody who is actually in denial of facts. What's his name? Merchant Man called just now, and he made a very good point about the students. I've had people send me messages where I'm going to read out where they have blamed the students as well. But no. 1.5 students. Listen, 1.5 students scoring below 200 is actually a symptomatic of something bigger than friggin' TikTok. You and I have had a good discussion. Time till let me go on to other people. We need to do this show now. Thank you for calling. So what did I miss his name? I liked our discussion. I like it, those who really. Anyway, but I don't have the time and I've used up most time. Hello, still good. Basically, I blame the government, but also blame the parents. JAM gave room for mock exams. Where the students can do to get themselves acclimatized. Okay. No, you don't get acclimatized. That's the wrong word. Anyway, JAM mock exams. You do mock past papers, right, with the computer, but some parents will not allow their wards to go do it before exam. Okay, a question for you. Is it that they won't allow them or they can't afford it, or I don't know how does that work? Please write back to me. And the stress JAM puts us through from one center to another, but thank God my ward scored 328. Can I have a ching 328. All blames across all. Okay. All blames cut across all. Anonymous from Otta, Ogun State. Anonymous, write me back. So, yes, I like the idea because, of course, in my time, we also had mock exams. How does that mock exam center? Kemi, did you go to those things? Kemi, talk to me. Please put Kemi on. So tell me, how does that mock thing work?
Well, the mock thing in my time, we had...
In my time,
yes, in my time.
I'm listening.
So in the school, we had because our school has a computer. So we had everybody come one by one, in sets of 10, I guess, because we didn't have enough for everybody. So you come in sets of 10, you take your mock exam and leave.
So you get familiarized.
So you can get familiarized with the whole system and how it's supposed to look like.
Right, thank you.
Some people that were taking JAM lessons outside who didn't have access to a computer could go to a
center.
A center, sort of like a place that had a computer this thing, and they'll tell them, okay, come and enter your code and whatnot and do it. But you had to pay for that.
Okay. Thank you, Kemi. So this is it. Now, I love it when that's what I'm saying. I want you all to keep dropping your points, because what Kemi said and what Anonymous from Ogun State said is so critically important. You have mock exams. The same thing, actually, incidentally, we have in the UK, you have not just mock exam, you actually have mock driving things. So that's the thing, so you have your theory, and then you can actually go in and do before you do your test, you can do a simulation and everything. And these things are important because it allows you to familiarize with how things, how it's going to be presented to you, so it doesn't come to you as a shock. That's why often in remote aptitude tests, they give you a practice session of about 5-10 minutes. They don't mark that, so you get familiar, and then you go into the actual exam. So I get that, but how many schools have that? Even more so, how many schools have computer labs? This is why I was getting shirty with my guy that called earlier. Anyway, Sissy, okay, JAM CBT has always failed. The system used are well managed. Neither are they top notch. Systems go off mid-exam. Some jump to the end of exam, and some go as far as submitting your paper due to some glitch. Even in universities, why go to CBT when we're still having power problems? Let's just go back to PPT. Better still, give the exam takers the option to choose between PPT or CBT. You know what, Pratt from Lekki? I'm with you. Like, I don't know whether you're male, female, but I am with you. I am so with you. That's right. Give people the option, because we're literally not creating an even playing field. In fact, even more so, what we're creating is a wider gulf amongst those who can, those who will, and those who can, and those who won't. Those who can't and those who won't. And this is got to stop. Every single child deserves an equal playing field to succeed. I don't know how long have I got, my Oga? 23 seconds. No, I've got more than that. Okay, I can continue. They said I can. Me more. Oh, why you didn't say encore? I asked you a question. They listed that says mobile. No way. She did not say. Please, were the students earlier informed that they were to write on computer? Chinedu for me, Kotun. I don't know. I that's a good question as well. Good afternoon. Currently, I have 2 kids doing WAEC. The teachers always tell them to bring money for broom, money for toilet paper, money for chairs. I honestly don't understand this money for. Last Chris from Satellite Town in Abule Do, Lagos. Yeah, it's kind of mad, really. Syoge, do you know that my child scored the same results in mock as well as the real jam? I don't even understand. That's Abiola. It does not hear me either, I'm telling you. This Danfo is all over the place, because I've got these 2 ladies. If you're watching on YouTube, they're whispering to each other. They don't know what to do with me. I'm not even looking at Zainab anymore, because I don't know if I'm done. This is the result. Hello, Sishoge. This is the result of Nigerian leaders refusing to do the right thing. The world won't wait while Nigeria in her 60s is still crawling. This information age is gradually leaving Nigeria behind. Dari, you're so correct, Dari. What can I say? Good afternoon. Okay, let me read my final answer. I will read this one final and then I'll wrap. Before Zainab has twins next to me here. And anybody who prefer will just go and jump down for you. Hello, good afternoon, Sege. I think I finally found solution to the problems of mass failure with no strings attached to it, as impact and revolution analysts while contributing to the issue on the ground is somehow, it's not enough to be pointing fingers. As for the board, I've showcased the incongruences. I don't know, you're busy writing big questions, you big English. Oh, there's so long now. And it's pertinent. It's pertinent to reinstate that what is worth doing is worth doing well. Actually, they are chasing me off, and that's what. I can't even read your message anymore. I gotta go. I think I'm supposed to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. We drove. This Danfo went past the junction. No, we're all the way in Abulega. I'll be right back. 4 o'clock, that's the one.
Yeah.
When I'm much calmer, you people know what happens at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I'm much calmer, perhaps more professional. We're going to be talking Pan-African. Dr. Ibrahim, my guest last week, is back. And we're also going to be talking about the flotilla. Remember, it was on our news. The Freedom Flotilla that was attacked on the way to take humanitarian aid to Gaza last week. Until then, I'm out.
Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.